Hello, I'm Rob Alvey, Lieutenant with the Owensboro Fire Department. And as many of you may know, we typically work a 24-hour shift, 24 hours on, 48 hours off. So while we're at the station, we have to take care of our own meals. That's what we're going to do here today at Kroger on Fredica. A few frequently asked questions we get is, number one, does the city pay for our meals? And the answer is no. We pay that completely out of pocket. Each station does it however they wish to. Some people do like a pool. We have like a food bill everybody buys into. Some stations just pay as they go. It's strictly up to whatever truck or station is out there. Another frequently question that's asked is, do we take the trucks? Or why do we take the trucks to a grocery store? The reason is we're actually still in our still run. This is the area that we are, we run in on a frequent basis. And so we are still answering calls. We keep the radio on us. It's not uncommon for us to have to leave out of here on a run. And this is in our run area as well. So we typically try to get the groceries coming back from a run or something. And another frequent question is who cooks, or how do we decide who cooks? Typically, each crew, someone will volunteer. There's no designation, just whoever wants to do it. But usually there's one person that likes to do that and steps up and does that. So here we are. We'll go in, we'll show you what we typically buy or what a typical meal for us is. These days we've got a lot of new people starting at the fire department, a lot of new recruits, got a lot of new people, new faces coming in. So one of the first things we ask when we get a new person on our crew is, number one, is there anything they can't eat, meaning allergies or just stuff they won't eat because they don't like. David Subley does our cooking on our crew. He'll make a note of it. Of course, allergies, we're not going to buy anything anybody's allergic to. As far as taste goes, sometimes from 10 people, you're going to end up with something you may not necessarily be crazy about. That's just the way it is. But typically, it tries to be as accommodating as possible. As far as variety of what we eat, it may be determined by the time of year. For instance, during Lent, we have a lot of Catholics on the department. We'll typically try to eat fish on Friday. And usually fish is what's on sale during Lent anyway, so it's not a big deal. Maybe around Christmas, you get the ham and that type of thing, the turkeys and all that. Around the holidays, we cook a lot of that stuff. We also cook meals for our retirees. We invite them back. We'll have a big meal with them, and people leaving, people that are getting ready to retire, we'll have a big meal with them. And usually we'll try to do, ham, turkey, pork shoulder, that type of thing, something to feed a lot of people. In the wintertime, we typically will do just basically what you would eat at home. We would eat at the fire department. Wintertime, we'll do more soups and stuff. In the summertime, we're out and it's hot. We usually try to eat light. We eat a lot more sandwiches and salads and that type of thing. Typically, we try to get all of our food in one trip. Sometimes we may get caught out of here and not have time to get it together. But we try to get it all at once. It's lunch and supper, breakfast. Usually we're on our own. Now, being downtown, there's more people down there and more personnel. It's probably going to be 10 people for lunch. So David Sublett's usually our cook downtown, and he's got really good at figuring out how much food we need, because it's kind of hard to guess how much food you need for 10 people. Now, as a habit, we usually try to pick, like I said, fresh vegetables. He usually picks out the best stuff, the freshest stuff. typically try to eat as healthy as possible. I also want to mention that at the station, each crew has their own refrigerator. We have a fully stocked kitchen, everything we need to cook, whatever we need. You just saw he just picked up a whole bag of onions. Obviously, we're not going to eat all that today, so we'll typically put it back in our pantry. We've got all the condiments in there, anything else we may need. We usually try to keep leftovers and maybe sandwiches or something on hand in case we rush for time. Also today, I mentioned earlier, we normally buy both meals at the same time, but today we have night training, which starts at 5 p.m. So in this case, we'll just get lunch and we'll probably let everybody fend for themselves for supper tonight. Typically try to get several different types of bread. You know, you've got 10 people you're trying to accommodate, so the same way if we buy chips or anything, just try to get a little something for everybody. In addition to buying groceries for the crew to eat as a meal, a lot of us like to buy snacks and stuff to eat on our own. So our refrigerator stays full most of the time. Sometimes we've had to leave for a run as we're checking out, and usually they're real good to us here. They'll help us out. Somebody will come over, an employee will grab our stuff and stick it in the refrigerator up front and for us until we get a chance to come back and get it.
Welcome, valued customer. Thank you. 4.99. Credit 1. 2.49. Credit 60 cents. Your total is 5.59. System processing. Swipe or insert card and follow instructions on.
As we mentioned before, we pay for our own meals. Typically have downtown somewhere between 8 to 10 people per meal probably. That cash right there came out of our money bag. We all pay into it, and we try to keep the cost down. You know, everything's divided equally. We try to prevent from having too many leftovers and try to stay on food that's on sale and stuff. It's sometimes hard to do, but we do our best. That wraps up our trip at Kroger. Not much different than what you would do at home. We've got everything we need. It's in the truck, so we're going to head back to the station.